Hello Bard haters, and welcome to another fine We Hate Bards Let's Play. I'm Ben, and this is more Fallout New Vegas Hardcore Permadeath. Today, I've had to start it out by having a little bit of a sleep, largely because my sleep deprivation meter was full again. But also, today we have to do a bit of a tough nut to swallow. Because if you recall, last time we got a really harsh order from Mr. House, who wanted us to go to the Brotherhood bunker and destroy it. And I've since found out there's no way to avoid this if you're doing the Mr. House run. And I'm already far too late, or rather, I've decided I'm not going to quit out and go to the Yes Man step just because of a little setback like this. So I'm going to keep trucking on the Mr. House, and I just want to say, Veronica, I am so very sorry. Believe me when I say, this is not my choice. I feel really bad for Veronica because I had the option of convincing her to seek out pastures new and let her old Brotherhood chapter just die. But I didn't do that. I convinced her to stay with her Brotherhood friends, partially just because I didn't want to fight a bunch of them, but mostly because I thought she'd be happier there. I thought she'd be happy, especially now they decided to leave the bunker. They decided to go out and explore the wasteland again, and it's kind of a tragedy that has happened to come to this. But there's nothing to be done for it. We are working for Mr. House. We do what he says. And we're going to go and we're going to wipe out the Brotherhood bunker, I guess. Now, I do know what you're supposed to do for this. I've done it once on a Legion run I did a while back. Although I think... Oh, one second. I've never really done it when the Brotherhood has liked me. Normally when I do a run where I know I'm going to have to kill the Brotherhood, I don't try to join the Brotherhood or do Veronica's loyalty quest. I just straight up rush in there and murder them. So, which is really difficult, I will say, and I usually end up dying a couple times while trying to do it. Uh-oh. What the what? Hang on. Whoa. I'm seeing red already on my map. Did they aggro? Do they know what I'm about to do? I feel like these guys already know what's up. So just in the off chance they do, I'm going to take out Paladin Ramos. I also have to remember, the controller I'm using, it's RT rather than right bumper, which is supposed to be for attack. Here's another thing I'm going to be doing, because I'm going to be getting a shit ton of Brotherhood armor, I'm going to take it and use it to repair my own. Although there is a Gauss rifle right here that I kind of want as well. That means, no matter what happens, when I leave, my Brotherhood armor is going to be in tip-top shape. Now, the reason I killed off Paladin Ramos, other than just as one less enemy and because I wanted his armor, was because once the Brotherhood knows you're hostile, they're going to have their turrets go after you. And the turrets are kind of nasty, so what I'm going to do, I can't disable them, but I can change the targets from unregistered personnel to registered Brotherhood personnel. Meaning the targets will now fire at their own people. Yep, there it is. Now, you can try to sneak your way through all this, but I found that that's generally really difficult and not normally worth it. So this is just going to be balls out action, and as a result, got myself properly equipped for it. Where's the other Brotherhood guy that they're saying? Ah, there you are! No, you're not going to punch my new turret friend. Screw you. The turrets were more of a friend to me than you ever were, unnamed Brotherhood of Steel Paladin. So I just realized that after killing a bunch of Brotherhood people, I'm going to have to put a slight pause on going through and looting them all, or finishing off the bunker, because I forgot to sell all my crap from my previous two ventures, which were the Boomers and the Gomorrah. More so the Boomers and the Gomorrah, if I'm honest. But yeah, I just noticed I had a shit ton of guns and ammo and shit from my previous little thing. That's taking up a lot of weight. So I'm going to get rid of it all and then go back and finish up the Brotherhood.
Welcome, sir.
Right, so I just went back to the gun runners and sold a bunch of my crap and stored a bunch of other stuff. So I'm down to about 180 on my weight. Meaning that I should have enough to get through the rest of this area. I'm not actually going to kill everyone in here incidentally. I'm going to generally ignore most of them. But I am going to kill anyone who comes at me like it looks like these guys are about to. Fuck.
Can't stand up to this, can you?
Yeah, if they're going to attack me, then I'm going to need to kill them. But there are a lot of Brotherhood people in here, and in this area, I don't have the benefit of the turrets anymore.
Engaging.
Uh-oh. No engaging. Oh! Piss. So in order for this to work, we have two options. As soon as I kill this person.
Engage.
So in order to make this work, we have one of two options. We can either, if we have very hard science, we can hack that, or we need to find all three of the keys. One of them is being held by Head Paladin Harden. The other one's being held by the Elder, and the third one is being held by the Head Scribe. And while admittedly the Head Scribe's card wouldn't be that hard to get, and neither would Harden, his key card wouldn't be that hard to get because he's normally by himself, the Elder's always surrounded by like 6 Brotherhood Knights. So he'd be a little bit trickier to actually do.
Back to your posts. The target can't have gone far.
And as I mentioned, there's one of the key cards that we need. Are you not going to attack me? Wow, she's just really, really concerned with this broken power armor. Hey, maybe I can help you fix that. I'm really good with mechanical stuff. See? All fixed. So I have the first of the 3 key cards I need. And there's 2 more, obviously, I still have to get. They're both back in that area somewhere, along with a crap ton of angry Brotherhood Paladins. Who, those ones, the ones back here weren't that hard because they're all wearing like recon armor and scribe robes. Fairly low damage threshold. The ones out there are all going to be wearing Brotherhood power armor. Which, luckily, my chainsaw will completely ignore, but it's still going to be a bit rough. They're heavily armed, heavily armored, and just really tough cookies. Alternatively, if I can go back and only kill like a couple people, and as I look at my stats here, I am 17 experience off leveling up. And my science is at 85. I could max it and just go use the terminal. That's an option. That's an option. So what I might do is I might start to make my way in there. If it looks like it's going to be a bit too much of an issue for me, I'll back out. I should have my level by that point. I'll dump it all into science, and then I'll go and deal with it. Oh! That's a Gauss rifle. Gauss rifles are nasty. Cock. It's just a stim pack. Uh-oh. Okay. Gauss rifle guy is down. That was a rough one to have to deal with. And I leveled up. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put 5 into science because I do have a few science skill books. So if I desperately decide I don't want to go the rest of this Brotherhood thing, I can just go and deal with that. I'm gonna put 10 more into melee weapons because I'm using my chainsaw, and the more damage I can deal with that fucker, the better. Then the remaining 2 are going to go into lockpick because I am well overdue for that to be maxed out. My power armor is not full repair, so that is a good thing. And I got a stim pack off of the Elder, so I feel like that's been a useful trick for me. See, what I've been trying to do is I've been trying to find weapons and stuff that I want, and then just take a bunch of them, but only repair 1, so I have a max repair of that particular thing. Honestly, it's been working pretty well so far. I've got a decent repair Zach glove and almost a full repair Gauss rifle. Even though I have no ammo for the Gauss rifle, if I decide I want to use the Gauss rifle, which also means I need to dump a bunch of points into energy weapons, so I'll probably never use the Gauss rifle. But it's there as an option. Now, this last red dot here should be Head Paladin Harden. And Head Paladin Harden went down surprisingly quickly. And I failed quest 10 to your business. I already failed that. How have I not failed that yet? I've already done... I'm a member of the Brotherhood now. Can you still do 10 to your business even if you've already helped Elder McNamara out? I thought that failed. Oh well. Learned something new today. Now that we have all 3 keys, all we have to do is go over here and put them in. We have a self-destruct password. Now we can use the self-destruct terminal. And now we run. I don't believe there's a time limit, but I wouldn't put it past this game to have one, so I generally try to get out as quickly as I can. And with that large explosion, the Brotherhood has been truly and utterly dealt with. As you might expect, there's no way to do that without the Brotherhood going immediately hostile. Even if you sneak, have a science of 100 and sneak, and hack the terminal, whatever, they'll still turn immediately hostile to you. So, ooh, oh yeah, I forgot this happened. Plumes of smoke coming out from the ground where the air vents usually were, because everything is destroyed and fiery and horrible now. Well, at least in spite of all the horrible things that did to me and my conscience, I can take solace in the fact that I've done a good day's work, as noted by the smoke. Alright, House, you better have something damn good to give me for what I just did, because those people were my friends. I liked them, and I was hoping to have them survive to the endgame. And the only reason I destroyed them was because I couldn't complete your side of your story if I didn't do it, so give me something amazing. Yes, that's what I just said.
Aaron Kimball, the president
oh,
of the California
what?
Republic,
Whoa!
is going to...
I did not realize that was going to activate this so early on. There's stuff we haven't done yet that I kind of wanted to do. I thought we were going to have to do something with the Ultralux and with... Ah, there it is. You'll know when it happens. I thought we were going to have to do something with the Ultralux and with the Great Khans. Apparently, we don't have to do either of those things. Mind you, I still am going to do both of those things because extra quests, extra experience, extra gear. I haven't decided exactly how I'm going to do all of them yet. But I am at the very least going to help the Great Khans because there's a bunch of stuff you can do for them. Because you can get the Great Khans on side, or not on side for the final battle, but you can get them not against you for the final battle. And that's kind of something I want to do. But I'm not going to do any of that this part, because having realized that we are now mostly done with the main story, other than going and doing the bits at the dam. Because all we have left of the main story now, unless we decide to, at the last minute, switch to Yes Man, which I'm not going to do now, because if I had been going to do that, I would have done it earlier. We're going to stick with House, because I already killed the Brotherhood for him. We can't go back from here. But other than that, the only things left in the main story are you'll know it when it happens, or we have to go protect the president from being assassinated. And that's a pretty easy quest, pretty short quest, doesn't take long to do. But then after that, it's then the Battle of the Dam. We are almost to the end of the main game, but we are probably not going to get there for several more parts yet. Because as I said, there's still some bits and pieces I have to get cleaned up. And the first bit of cleanup is something we started several parts ago. Because if you recall, I tried to do Arcade Ganon's loyalty quest, but could not complete it because we weren't yet far enough in the main story. So now I can come back here and get him to come with me again. And this time we don't have to trick him into thinking we're NCR aligned. And because I did all that stuff beforehand, he now goes into his loyalty quest immediately. Well, sure, you can tell us anything you want. So he has just revealed to us he used to be in something called the Enclave, which if you've played the earlier games, you know the Enclave was a group of people who considered themselves to be the government. But you destroy them in Fallout 2, and then in Fallout 3 you finish off the remnants. That is now activated for Auld Lang Syne, which is going to be, I think other than Rex, this is the last loyalty quest we have to do. Because we already did all the other quests. We did Veronica's, unfortunately, and now she's paying for it. And we tried to do Boone's, but then Boone died, unfortunately. And we did Cass's. That's the only one I think we've actually successfully done with no negative ramifications afterwards. We're in the process of Arcade Ganon. We're not going to do, what's her name, the Super Mutant, because her loyalty quest basically involves you have to fight with her a bunch, and then at some point she'll randomly, like, do things. She'll have weird episodes because she takes medications for, like, mental issues. And you have to just wait and fight a bunch until randomly she just has one of her mental episodes. And at that point you have to talk to her, and over time you have to keep talking to her until you could eventually convince her either, take the meds at half dose like she's been doing, take them at full dose, or stop taking them altogether. But that is a really long, drawn-out quest. There's no actual activities you have to do. It's random, and I don't like randomness in games, so I rarely ever do that one. Lily's her name. But I did just think about the one loyalty quest I didn't do other than Rex, and that was Raoul. The ghoul Raoul. And he's up at Black Mountain. We could go get him probably anytime. I may very well do his next part as just a little side thing. As of right now, we've got For Auld Lang Syne to think about. And most of these guys are in fairly easy locations to find. We've been there already. So the first guy we have to talk to is Judah Krieger, who, if you'll remember, I pointed out when I found out I couldn't make R.K. Gannon talk to him. But given that we've now gotten far enough in the story, apparently they will recognize each other.
My father.
Now this brings up one of the points I don't like about some other loyalty quests.
Not loyalty to the Enclave.
Specifically this one. Yeah, Fallout has a very rich backstory, very rich lore. And generally you can find out a lot of things if you just read stuff and find find bits and pieces lying all over the place. And you can sort of piece the stories together. Arcade represents one of the things that I don't really like about Fallout storytelling, which is, for the loyalty quest, it seems like the only way it has of giving us a story of what happened there is just having someone talk at us for a few minutes. Which I'm not necessarily a fan of. It's almost a lazy way of storytelling. I mean, I get that it's functional, but I don't know. It seems like there's got to be a better way of giving us information about what the Enclave was like. Have Judah Krieger just be a person who's very authoritative. Build his character a bit better, and just rather than having him talk directly about events, just mention his memories of what he felt when it happened, and have other people talking. And through the interactivity, we can kind of build our own idea of what the squad was like. But no, R.K. Gannon just kind of tells us. One other thing I wanted to point out about that interaction is at the very end I had a choice to make. I could either say, you can fight with them, or that's their story, not yours. And that's important, because as you tell him those things, it sort of forms the basis for what he's going to do after you're done with all this. The second person we have to come talk to is Orion Moreno, who is in a house just outside of New Vegas.
Looks like I've...
And all you have to do is come in and tell him, yep, we're gathering the remnants, your advanced level attack will be useful. Oh, I don't want to help the Legion defeat the NCR. We're going to lie.
Alright then.
And, oh yeah, they each give us a word in their password. Because there's a 5-word password. It's something about always remember Navarro. Like my brothers always remember Navarro. And we have to get all 5 just to get into the Enclave bunker. Oh yes, and R.K. Gannon is going to jaw at us again. And he doesn't really like Orion because Orion hates the NCR. So we can either tell him, don't be too hard on him, it's part of who he is, or a man should know when to let go. And this is the one we're going to pick.
It's been decades, Most people
because now we can, because that's going to lead him closer to the path we want him to take. For the third person, we need to come and talk to Daisy Whitman, who is back in Novak, which we haven't been to Novak in frickin' ages. But her house is going to be right here. Technically a motel room, but she kind of lives here. I think they mentioned why she lives in Novak. I don't remember, and on this particular playthrough, I don't really care. But yeah, Daisy Whitman was their vertibird expert. I realized I should have been saying who each of these people were. Judah Krieger was the leader, in case it wasn't obvious. Orion was their tech specialist, who, was also doubled as their heavy. And Daisy Whitman was their pilot. And she will help us out. She give us her word in the password, and then... Where the hell's Arcade at?
Since
there he is.
Died, Daisy...
Yes, and we'll tell him some people can't stop reliving their glory days. We're trying to push him towards the side where he says, you have the chance to change your destiny at any point. You can do whatever you want. Because I believe that's going... Or, no, not that. We have the chance to push him towards that, but more in a way that, you can always forge a new legacy. You can always do things to help. And that will push him towards a route where he stays in New Vegas to help people who need help. The one thing I will point out about this quest right now is that no matter how you end it, R.K. Gannon will leave permanently. He will no longer be available as a companion. And, as I said, for me, that's not a big deal. I don't generally use companions on normal playthroughs. But if you're one of those people who wanted R.K. Gannon with you, or if you're doing one where you have all the companions with you, as I told you was possible, it's something to note that he will disappear permanently after this. He'll either join the Enclave and go with them to wherever they're going, or he will just stay at the Followers fort in New Vegas and just be unrecruitable. For number 4, we have to come kind of way out in the middle of the Mojave Wasteland, and there's a cave we will see with a door inside of the rock. This is Cannibal Johnson's cave, and we need to be careful in Cannibal Johnson's cave because there are traps. Like that one. There's also a mine somewhere around here. Okay, I can't find the other mine, but I'm not going to worry about it right now.
Well, it's about damn time.
Yep, so Cannibal Johnson is the most experienced, he's the stereotypical old guy, the I'm too old for this shit kind of guy. And didn't really like the Enclave, never really agreed with them, but he kept following orders day to day to day. And now we need his help because he knows what he's doing and he's fairly clever.
Maybe being a doctor in the middle of Nevada wasn't exactly what he had in...
Okay, that makes me think I might be on the wrong track with this. Which is fine, because if you screw it up, you can still convince him to take the other option with a high enough speech check. Well, no matter, I have a 100 speech check. If I do this wrong, I can always talk him into doing things the other way. As for this final person, Doc something, I can't even remember what his name is, the Doc. In order to get him, we need to go all the way back out here to Griffinware's sacked caravan. Oh, Legion! 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 Shit. Shit, go down! Go down! Okay, kill their Vexillarius. Kill their Vexillarius. Fuck! Screw you, fucking legionary bitches! So there are two reasons this sucks. The quest just automatically failed, so I can't complete that, which means not only can I not get the experience for it, I also can't get the unique power armor variant I was going for, the Enclave Hellfire armor, which Arcade Ganon would have given me. It also means I can't get the Enclave on side for the final fight, which would have been extremely useful, especially on the bridge. That part's going to suck now. Fuck you, you Legion sons of bitches. So I knew the Legion would start sending hit squads after me eventually, but I completely forgot. Didn't even cross my mind that it might be out here. Because I wasn't actually looking for Legion coming into this area. I was looking for geckos, I was looking for cazadors, I was looking for various different wildlife that would have been dangerous. And then the Legion snuck up on me before I even realized what happened. Because honestly, if I had been thinking about it, I would have had my chainsaw equipped. Because chainsaw just eats through Legion. I would have used the chainsaw on the Legion because they were all using firearms. They wouldn't have been able to block it. Although I'm still not quite sure how you block a chainsaw. That doesn't seem physically possible. And we finally made it to Jacobstown. A town of these super mutants. Or at least the ones who were left anyway.
Jacobstown.
And Marcus will tell us to, you know, be civil and don't try to cause trouble. So the reason I came here was because, obviously, Doc, whatever his name, Doc Henry, is just chilling here. And if Arcade Ganon was still alive, all we would have had to do was talk to Doc Henry. Then we could have gone to the Enclave bunker with probably very little resistance, because the only thing out on the way there are mantises. And mantises are fucking simple. Because Arcade's dead, he is now used for that quest. But he is going to be helpful for one of our other things that we're going to be doing. And I think since we're running late on time, I'll wait till next time to do it. I can't start the quest with him, but he says he's a specialist in canine neuroscience. And we just so happen to know a robot dog whose brain is failing. So I wanted to unlock this because next time I'm going to do a few things. I'm going to go and help out Rex, even though I don't plan on using him because he'll probably die. Oh, another snow globe. I thought I got all of them, but apparently this is the last snow globe. Yep. So I have all the snow globes now, and next time I will do the quest to help Rex, just because I want to help Rex, because that's what good people do. And Doc Henry also has a quest here for me to do to help the Night King, and I'm going to do that one as well. It's going to be tricky, because we're going to have to fight a lot of Night Stalkers to do it, and they're all going to be invisible and nasty. But I'm going to take care of that. Once we've done that, I'm probably going to go and either deal with the... Actually, you know what? Once I'm done with that, I'm probably going to go and deal with the Ultralux. Because I can do that fairly quickly, fairly easily. And we'll take it from there. Because there are still plenty of other quests I haven't done yet. And I'm going to try to do as many of them as I can before I go to deal with the dam. But as of right now, I think we're good for that. So, thanks for tuning in, guys. I was Ben, and this was Fallout New Vegas. Hardcore Permadeath. See you next time, everyone.